If you were with us at 4:30, Keith joined us live out on the weather deck, and it suddenly was very dark, very gray.
It was
heard the wind.
Fast, yeah.
Wind. There was a little bit of mist here. And the problem is, you know that I did not get the water rated toupee, and that was a big concern.
The Instagram post I meant to comment, forgot.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not going to encourage people to Google it because it's just going to make it worse.
You should
it's kind of
Google
like a
it. It's
Wikipedia where like it just feeds on itself. Yeah, you know, I was saying, guys, to Chris Costa that there are some days where I say, well, it's a modern miracle that we know a storm is coming based on the radar and everything we have. But a day like today, you probably would have guessed, right? Things starting to get dark and windy as this storm approaches. Just light drizzle and showers out there right now. But if we zoom out, there's a whole area of rain down across Connecticut that's going to get actually stronger and a little bit beefier as far as its presentation goes as it moves in tonight and into tomorrow. So for a lot of us, this will be later in the evening. So if we go to 8 o'clock, we're starting to see some rain over southern and western Maine, but spatially, a lot of the state is still dry. Between 8 p.m. and midnight, though, we get more coverage. Heaviest rain is along the coastline at that point. Temperatures actually pop into the mid and upper 50s. So officially, it may go down as a high temperature of 58 today, even though you would look back and say, I don't remember it being that warm. Happens overnight during that rain with the wind in there, too. 2 o'clock, it's still heavy rain, up to about 6 or 7 over parts of down east Maine. By that time, we see scattered showers over southern Maine, the heavy stuff over down east and northern Maine. But very quickly, between 6 a.m. and midday, we clear out and we start to see some sun, temperatures in the low 60s. And that's where we end up with a decent trick-or-treating forecast or whatever we have going on. Just so you know, though, temperatures around 50, but really breezy still, and the ground's still wet and all that, so it'll probably feel cooler than the temperature would lead you to believe. Rainfall amounts about 1.5 inches. There will be some spots over down east Maine that could pick up more than 2 inches of rain. We'll have to see where those bullseyes end up. As far as the wind goes, you'll notice it tonight. Right on the line for scattered power outages with gusts up to 40 miles an hour. I think most of us, though, will be 35 miles an hour or so for those gusts and get windier actually on Saturday than we're going to be overnight tonight. The wind on Saturday will be out of the west, so typically that's not as much of an issue for us with power outages. Latest drought monitor came out today. It went from this to an expansion of extreme drought. So the drought did officially get worse with one notable exception. This area in the mountains here actually went down a notch because they picked up about 3 inches of rain from that storm about 2 weeks ago. So that's what it takes, and that's sometimes what the delay is that it takes a couple of weeks to show up. So, yeah, you know, the weekend it's November-y for sure, upper 40s. I like Sunday better because we drop the wind and we get more sun. But what I don't like about Sunday is the 4:30 sunset. So that's something to think about. Next week looks interesting. There's a storm on there that is at least chilly rain on Thursday, maybe even some mixed precipitation, especially in the mountains. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, always something to watch now. Keith, thank you.